The following is a presentation of the Greater Ontario Hockey League.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the Galt Arena Gardens in Cambridge for Game 1 of the 2026 Sutherland Cup Final as the Eastern Conference champion Cambridge RedHawks take on the Western Conference champion St. Mary's Lincolns. What a year it has been for each of these two teams. For the Cambridge RedHawks, they won an incredible 45 games this regular season, going 45-5 to lead the way in the GOHL. They have swept every team that has stood in their way this postseason, beating Caledonia, Pelham, and most recently St. Catharines in 4 to capture the Tyson Downs Memorial Trophy. For the Lincolns, they picked up their fourth straight 30-plus win season this year. They took down Strathroy in 5 games in round 1. They beat Elmira in 6 in round 2 and won 2 games with their backs against the wall, including Game 7 at home to win the Joe Thornton Trophy against Stratford. These two teams have done battle once this year, all the way back in November when St. Mary's snapped Cambridge's 23-game season-opening winning streak with a resounding victory at the PRC. Now these two teams are both different. They've both undergone changes, and they're both ready for a massive test beginning tonight. The RedHawks offense has been led all postseason long by forward Reed Gamage. After an incredible 82 points this year, he's got 22 in the playoffs to lead the team. He had 5 points in the conference final victory over St. Catharines. Another player who's been driving offense and had a great series in the East Final is forward Kyler Morgan. He's got 14 points in 12 playoff games, 8 of which are goals. He scored 3 against St. Catharines in the East Final. Elsewhere, forward Luke Saramac has had a great playoff. He's got 16 points in 11 games, including 9 goals, and had 7 points in the conference final to lead the team in the series. In goal for Cambridge, it's the Eastern Conference playoff MVP, Aiden Hill. Hill is a perfect 9-0 in the playoffs with an outstanding 1.28 goals against average and a .942 save percentage. He's also got 3 shutouts to go along with it. Opposing Hill in goal for St. Mary's is Colby Boothhausko. Boothhausko started in the final 5 games against Stratford, winning 4 for St. Mary's. He's maintained a .940 save percentage all playoffs long. The Lincolns in front of Boothhausko are a team built from the blue line out. First-year D-man James McGregor has been a factor offensively this postseason, in particular of late, as he scored in both Games 6 and 7 and has 4 playoff goals for the Lincolns. Another guy who scored in Game 7 and had a massive impact was forward Lincoln Moore. He scored the first St. Mary's goal to get them back within 1, then assisted on the game-tying marker. He's on a 5-game goal streak with 6 goals in that span, trying to extend it tonight. The eventual game-winning goal on Tuesday was scored by forward Ethan Weir, capping off 3 St. Mary's goals in just over 2 minutes. He had 3 goals and 3 assists for 6 points in the West Final and has 14 points in the playoffs. These two teams have won their conference for the second time this decade. Cambridge won the Cherry Cup as Midwestern Conference champions back in 2022 before eventually bowing out in the Sutherland Cup round robin. St. Mary's emerged victorious in 7 games in 2024 over the London Nationals to win the Bill Weir Trophy. As Western Conference champions before eventually falling in the final against the Listowel Cyclones. Lincoln's captain Chase McQueen-Spence is one of 7 St. Mary's Lincolns to be part of that 2024 conference championship. For Cambridge, they have no remaining players from that run, but Captain Owen Yager, who is in his 3rd year in the league and 2nd season as captain, is hoping to help lead his team to their first Sutherland Cup as the RedHawks. Let's go now to our captain's comments, powered by Milk, with Owen Yager from Cambridge and Chase McQueen-Spence from St. Mary's.
It's excitement. You know, we're all ready to go. We've had a great week of practices. Looked at their film, looked at ours, and looked at the gray areas that, given we don't play these guys all year, right? So we've seen them one time. That game, in our minds, is a write-off. It is what it is, and we're ready to get back to work and for all the marbles here.
It's been a couple of days. We've been able to regroup as a team, and the past few days have been awesome. But it's time to get back to work now, and the vibe in the room's it's been great the past couple of days. Good 2 practices coming into this, and yeah, we're just excited to get going.
I think back to when I was 10 years old playing on an outdoor rink. This is the moments that I was imagining myself being in. So it's definitely such a privilege to be in this spot. I couldn't imagine myself being here with a better group of guys. So I'm so excited to put in the work and try and earn that trophy.
When I was 18 in that cup final, it was awesome. But to see how upset the 20-year-olds were when we fell short that year was. It hit me in my soul that once I'm 20, if I'm back in this exact opportunity, that I'm not going to waste it. And our team's built for this, and we're all excited for the opportunity.
A special storyline ahead of this one is 13-year-old Jordan is a young RedHawks fan who just rang the bell, beating cancer a couple of weeks ago. She was on hand pregame to read the starting lineup for Cambridge to help get the RedHawks ready for Game 1.
If I can beat cancer, you guys can beat these Lincoln. On left wing we have Scooter. Hey! On right wing we have George. Hey! At center we have Newton. Hey! On defense we have Jagger and Darcy. Hey! And starting in between the pipes, we have Hill.
We're ready to go in a packed Galt Arena Gardens. It's the RedHawks, it's the Lincolns, it's Game 1 of the Sutherland Cup Finals powered by Milk, and it's a spotlight game. Puck drop is next on 519 Sports. Gamage back to Forrest, walking, looking for a pass, tried to go into the corner. It got blocked. Freeze back up high for Forrest. Now for Gamage, over to Freeze, takes a shot, no goal, no goal, waved off right away. The net came off its moorings. It is no goal. The RedHawks were celebrating. The crowd is on its feet, but the official was right there, right away, to wave that one off. McGregor lost it. Smith with pressure. Smith out front. Buthausko the save. Puck is loose on the rebound. A scramble for it. Wraparound try. Grab. They score! Or did they? Cambridge thought they found the back of the net. Just based on the reaction here, it looks like that one's been waved off as well. So Cambridge has thought they've had 2 goals in this first period, and the score remains 0-0. Ethan Weir, game-winning goal in Game 7, flips it in on net. Aiden Hill will glove it, and we'll get a stoppage in play, and now we get some chaos below the goal line. Gamage and Weir were getting into it, and now McDougall joins the fray as well for St. Mary's. It's been a testy first period so far at the Galt Arena Gardens. Tip just wide, centering feed. George looking for it, loose in the slot. Now it comes out to center. Here come the Lincolns. Drobny and Clark. Drobny over the line. Drobny a shot, saved by Hill. He'll cover up, get a stoppage and play as Forrest pays Drobny a visit on the doorstep. Forrest into the corner. Here's Hodkinson. Hodkinson drop pass Moore. Lincoln Moore over the blue line. Moore sends a pass. Hodkinson out front to chance, just goes wide. Good setup from St. Mary's, but couldn't finish. RedHawks head back the other way. They've got numbers. George over the line, takes the shot, turned away by Buthausko. Heads up in the crowd. Bouncing puck now out at center. Savory for Gamage. Gamage to Freeze. Freeze in. Takes a shot blocked by McGregor. Rebound back to Freeze. Freeze up high. Forrest one-timer. Save Buthausko. Rebound loose. He's got it covered and gets a whistle. Reddy holds. Reddy into the corner, goes off a skate again. Smith is out to center. Here come the RedHawks. Smith, toe drag shot, pad save, Buthausko. He's got it covered. Smith gave a whack to Buthausko, so Montesi pays him a visit in the corner. But it doesn't look like this one's going to devolve too much here. Looking to get it to Colebrook. Now a centering feed, comes up high to Yager. Yager for Darcy, lets it fly, blocked out front. Smith denied, rebound there. Buthausko over to make a spectacular save and get a whistle, as I believe an arm has got in the air here for the official. Riker Young below the goal line, Young around the wall. Smith takes a big hit from McDougall. Running around, making his presence felt. Smith, run into by McDougall again. Chase McDougall, Parker Smith exchanging words here in the RedHawks zone after McDougall delivered a couple of hits. Now it looks like Weir and Young are each going to head off. Jacob Drobny sends a feed far wall. Vortman A pass for Hodkinson. He lost it. Smith on goal. Scores! Parker Smith opens the scoring for Cambridge. And it's 1-0 Cambridge. Gamage out to center. Savory drops it back. Now spun the other way, McCauley. McCauley for McQueen Spence. McQueen Spence over the line. Fires a shot. Blocker saved by Hill. Freeze cut off by Lacko. Lacko can't get past Freeze. Now Lacko has a chance. Oliver Lacko in short-handed. Poked away by Savory. Good work by Sam Savory defensively. Gamage to Saramac. Saramac into the corner. Saramac up high Gamage. Gamage works in. Gamage cross ice feed. Gamage back up top. Over to Forrest. Forrest shooting. Save Boothhouseco. He'll hold on. Morgan up high. Darcy. Darcy fakes. Goes into the corner. Smith. Parker Smith fires towards the goal. Boothhouseco across. He kept it out. What a read from Colby Boothhouseco to get over and make the save of the chance. Around the wall. McQueen Spence down low. Sweeps it up to McMillan. McMillan a shot through traffic. No problem for Aiden Hill. Graham over the line. Graham into the corner. Throws it on net. Boothhouseco an awkward save, but makes it. McCauley. Back up ice for St. Mary's. He's cut off nicely. On it is Reddy. Reddy holding, shooting, hit the goalpost. What a chance for Declan Reddy. As it comes up to Clark. Clark over the line. Clark for Vortman. Vortman a chance. Left it for Colebrook. Clark back with it. Clark a move. Poked away by Hill. Clark out front. Tipped on goal. Hill the save. Can't hold. Montesi for Elzinga. Long shift for him and his line. Elzinga drops for Moore. Moore from distance. Moore a move. Moore out wide. Moore shooting. Tip just wide. Rebound for McMillan towards the goal. Where is it? Deflected out of play. Elzinga down the ice around the wall. Riker Young. Young through center. Young ahead of steam. Young backhand shot. Where is it? Boothhouseco just has it covered. Hill got a piece. Lacko on it in the corner. Oliver Lacko, tight angle, throws it out front, tipped, save Hill, rebound loose, scramble for it. Lacko, his arms in the air, but the puck appears to have stayed out. What a chance for St. Mary's. 1:16 on the clock here in this third period. The lone goal in this game belonging to Parker Smith of the Cambridge RedHawks. Jeff Bradley calls his timeout for the Lincolns, hoping to get his big guns out there rested and draw up a play that can tie this game in the late stages of the third period. Puck worked free, Colebrook. Colebrook for Hodkinson. Hodkinson to McQueen Spence over to Moore. Lincoln Moore. Chase McQueen Spence shooting, blocked out front. Hodkinson. McQueen Spence a shot blocked again. Moore in. Holding. Cross ice for Hodkinson. Tipped. Hodkinson back after to the corner. Lincoln still have possession. Moore shooting, blocked again. Puck is out to center. Racing up ice here. A chance for the RedHawks to seal it. And Newton scores. The empty netter to fire up the crowd and give the RedHawks some insurance. It's Callan Newton finding the back of the net for his fourth of the playoffs. And the RedHawks lead 2-0. Game one in the books. Net locked down by Aiden Hill. He picks up his fourth playoff shutout as Cambridge takes game one on home ice. And you can feel the passion from this crowd. Parker Smith, Callan Newton with the goals in this game for the RedHawks. Aiden Hill was sharp late and led his Cambridge team to victory. RedHawks take a 1-0 series lead. Game two, Monday night at the PRC in St. Mary's.
It was a great start. We came out hot against maybe a little bit tired St. Mary's team, so that helped a little bit. But then, we just kept humming to their end and got pucks deep, and we buried one, and it was locked down from there. So, yeah, and then getting to tip it at the end was pretty nice because, I don't know, it just feels good.
I mean, Hiller's been shutting the door all playoffs. We know in our crease that he's going to save every puck and as many as he can, and we're going to help him on the defensive side of the puck. I think it started with our forecheck, honestly, making them turn over the puck, and we took advantage of that, and that's what happened all night.
Yeah, I mean, same with what Smitty said, really. Like, we got pucks deep early and then kind of shut down their chances early, which set the tone for the rest of the game. So, yeah, it felt pretty good. Made my job a little easier, which is always nice. Boys got some blocks in there as well, so that helped a lot.
I think just keeping it simple, honestly. 4 shots, 4 hits, beating the D wide and using my speed effectively, and that's what's been working for me lately.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like last year, he's starting with that clutch goal with like 40 seconds left. It was awesome. It was electric. You know, that won us the game there, and then doing it again here in the second period to set the tone there. It was awesome, and then we just went locked down from there. Saturday nights at the Galt's always electric. It's awesome. The fans show up every single night, and they're ready to cheer on our team, which is awesome to have that behind us. Tonight was the biggest crowd we've had all season. So yeah, that gave us an extra momentum boost there. So yeah, felt great.
Going off what Hiller said, yeah, they've been showing up all series and the past series and being really supportive, and we love that.
We knew there'd be a real good push by them with the home crowd in game 1. I think we got a little fortunate with the net off there, but I felt once we weathered that initial storm, I thought we defended really well. I thought we protected the middle of the ice. But really, for the first 2 periods, we just didn't really match that gear that Cambridge had. But I thought in the third period we put a pretty good push on them, and I still think there's a lot to build on there. And no, I thought it was a good game, and like I said, I thought we defended well, but it was about finding that extra gear, and hopefully getting back on home ice will help us find that. We play a good, simple game, and getting pucks in, but getting pucks in with a purpose is part of that plan. I thought we gave them a lot of pucks, trying to do the right thing by dumping it in, but not really having a plan to execute there. So, no, I mean, listen, in the third period, there's a few chances we had that we missed the net. Got a little, gun shy a little bit, but no, simple stuff, right? Pucks and bodies to the net, and try to go a little bit more north. I thought it was a good game. I thought Cambridge did a really good job battling in their zone, like a lot of one and dones on our part, especially during the game. We pride ourselves on our low game, and we couldn't really find it today. They were first to a lot of pucks. They were winning a lot of battles in their zone. But like I said, as the game progressed, there was some stuff to be proud of for sure.
I thought we got off to a very good start. I think we got a lot of guys who haven't really had their feet wet with that kind of temperature and being in the finals, and I think that our boys handled it very well. We came out in the first. I think we set the tone. We got a couple goals disallowed with the post going off again, but our guys continued to battle, stayed focused, and Hill shut the net in the end and did a heck of a job. Both our goaltenders have done a tremendous job all year long. We've been rotating and all that, and then Hiller got himself on a roll right now. He's very, very confident. I like how he carries himself, and it showed at the end. He had a lot of poise. There's a lot of pressure that was going on. He handled it very well, and he won us that game. We got 15 rookies. It's the first time in these kind of moments. These are big moments. This is a big league. There's a lot of good hockey players, a lot of good hockey teams, and I think the guys over the year, the way we drilled into their mental approach and to handle these kind of situations, you can see at the end. We held our composure, we took care of business, and we got to go in there and steal one out of them early.